Without communication, we all might as well have been doomed. How we convey what we feel, and what it is we need, cannot be done without communication, be it in action or verbally. Let's venture into this section on the importance of communication. Communication is the basis of our lives, and we would in this day and age be handicapped without it. Every day we are communicating with each other in some way or another, be it by using words, actions, or even expressions in conveying a message. We humans depend not only on face-to-face communication but the kind that brings technology to the fore to bridge that gap between people by mere seconds across vast distances. We take a look briefly into what are the major types of communication, along with their importance. Types of communication and their importance. Communication is the root of all events, daily interaction, social affairs, and anything that requires the purpose of human dealings. We have technology to enhance the idea of communication by making it simpler, faster, effective, and convenient no matter where you are on the globe. Its humble beginnings of written letters sent out by men on horseback has evolved greatly to building virtual bridges between nations. Every day we are constantly humming with communication, whether we realize it or not. All aspects of nature, be it humans, animals, plants, and even the weather, are all communicating in a way that is understood and interpreted through observation. The importance of this vital means of being in touch is crucial for us to survive the everyday. There are 4 kinds of communication which we will overview that make up the vital parts of this process. These are: verbal, we do it every day. Be it with our help at home, babysitters, neighbors, dog walkers, colleagues, children, friends, family, partners, and store owners, we are constantly in a state of communication. Whether to the point or elaborate, our messages are sent across to one another in a manner that is either understandable, vague, or distorted. How we communicate what we try to convey is critical in having the message understood by the receiving party. Verbal communication is also handwritten or emailed, and is streaming in and out of countries and within states every single day. Nonverbal, not everything we convey to another is done verbally, where our actions and expressions speak for us on several occasions. We use body language and our facial expressions to portray a feeling, be it a happy, sad, or angry one. I'm sure you've observed how those who cannot speak use sign language to their advantage. Using a series of gestures that translate into alphabets and words, the dumb/deaf are able to communicate with others who understand the language. Even the way you dress signals a kind of message to the one who sees you. Formal in workplaces and other environments that are constantly communicating through email, reports, and other sorts of messages, there is a formal flow to how it is written where that air of casualness is absent. There is a system that is followed, be it while writing or typing out the message, or when conversing with superiors and others either in person or over the phone. There is a professional stiffness that is commanded and needed in order to maintain a level of respect, precision, and clarity. The hierarchy in a company also follows a chain of command that is practiced when it comes to who communicates to whom, and how the message gets across using the right people intended to be in touch with first, before it is carried forward to the appropriate party. Informal, this kind of communication loosens its grip on a formal setting, where group meetings, discussions, debates, and the sort that encourage free speaking, is what qualifies as informal. There is no restriction on conveying what it is you feel. AA meetings, leaving messages through post-its, voicemail, a debate team, a creative brainstorming session, and so on, are such informal scenarios. Even when conferences take place, the speaker doesn't have to be all formal about the affair, but can take on an informal edge to keep listeners interested, at ease, and encouraged to ask questions if any. Communication, as you can see, is an important factor that governs our everyday lives. What is needed most is the effectiveness of how we communicate, which is often misinterpreted. In order to pass a message along in its entirety without jumbling up its core meaning, it is wise to always review what is being sent, and think beforehand about what is right to say when put into words. That is why, Reviewing one's work diligently and repeatedly is always stressed upon.